Once upon a time, a day of unexpected commotion arose on the bustling island of Greenstall. People were darting this way and that, their faces painted with panic. From her palace balcony, the queen squinted to see a giant figure looming over Greenstall. Several other giants followed him in the middle of the city streets. There were some monsters, taller than the island's highest peak. The sight sent shivers down her spine. She summoned the brave city captains, Captain Stumble and Captain Silverhoof, to save the island. She promised to reward them with 1,000 gold coins if they drove the monsters away from the city. Silverhoof and the crazy, always inventive Todo Frog jumped into action while imagining the gold coins. They hopped aboard Silverhoof's mighty ship, armed with fire-fueled weapons, ready to scare the beast away. They were armed to the teeth to sizzle the monsters like a sausage on a barbecue. Meanwhile, in the royal palace, Princess Sophie had an idea. She knew the queen worried about her and forbade her from leaving, but this was a desperate situation. So sneaky as a cat after a mouse, she slipped out of the palace and hopped aboard Captain Stumble's ship. She sneaked into Captain Stumble's ship. He was happy to see him, and they both made their way to the battlefield. Silverhoof and Todo Frog came to burn and destroy the monsters with fire weapons, but Sophie suddenly jumped in front of them and stopped them. The giants were initially grumpy, but they revealed his true nature when they saw Sophie's sacrifice, like a faucet turning from cold to hot. They aren't monsters, but lonely, oversized toys searching for friendship. They came from remote Toy Island, where forgotten toys dwelled in sadness. No one wanted to play with them anymore, making them sad like a dropped ice cream cone. The toys there were abandoned, their once joyful days replaced with gloom. It was a sad sight indeed. The toys' colors faded from neglect. What they found there was more miserable than a clown with a hole in his balloon. The dolls were gloomy, the toys were tired, and nobody was having any fun. The giants are discarded dolls who grew enormously from eating and sleeping too much. And then, bam! Then, Sophie had an idea. It was the lightning bolt moment number 2 that struck Sophie's brain. She decided to open a travel agency. She began selling tickets for boat trips to remote Toy Island. The citizens of Greenstall, eager for an adventure, jumped at the opportunity. The once lonely toys on remote Toy Island were overjoyed to see visitors. They found new friends in the people of Greenstall, and their spirits soared. The toys started to tidy up their island and began to smile again. They got together, brushed off their paint, stitched up their seams, and turned their island from a real downer into the happiest place around. They even renamed it to just Toy Island. It became a play wonderland for kids of all ages from all over the world. Sophie and Captain Stumble realized that kindness, not firepower, was the ultimate weapon. They helped a giant toy find friendship and brought joy to a whole island of forgotten toys. They laughed heartily, knowing they had turned a potential disaster into a hilarious adventure. And from that day forward, they knew that a warm smile could melt even the biggest icy problems.